Let me allow Mr. Peter Galvin to record. Definitely, I appreciate the fact that you are recording this call. And of course, guys, all of you who are here early, I want to thank you for being here. I'm Anderson Chester, co-founder of Grander Tech Global. And one of the co-founders, I have my business partner on the line with me. He's with us today, Mr. Gideon Granger, who is another co-founder. He is in Nairobi, Kenya right now. And we are excited about what's happening within our community. And this evening, this call is really a very important call for us. And I want to thank you guys for making the effort to be here. Okay. We don't take for granted the fact that you are on this call. We don't take for granted that any one of you have decided to participate in the building of our ecosystem. Now, if you don't mind, I want to ask you to just type the city you're in. So I want to acknowledge the city you're in. If I'm not calling your city, I know St. Kitts and Nevis is here. I see Canada in the building. Trinidad and Tobago is in the building. Nairobi is in the building too. Several other countries are. The UK is here. Mr. Emerson, good to see you on the call. We have Kampala, Uganda. Antigua is in the building. Welcome, Antigua. Good to see all of you shining in. Winnipeg, St. Thomas, London. Good to have you all. Ottawa, Canada. Yes, New York. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm in New York, so that's good. Jamaica is in the building as well. Welcome, Jamaica. Welcome, Jamaica. Welcome, Jamaica. We are excited because, this aspect of our business, Dubai. Welcome, Dubai. This aspect of the business is very important to us. Barbados is in the building as well. We have Toronto, Canada is in the building. We have the world. We have people from different parts of the world, and of course, different time zones. One of the challenges we have right now is the time zones. I'm actually having that challenge right now because the main speaker who is supposed to be on the call tonight, he is in California. That's 3 hours behind New York time, and he honestly felt that it was. He thought that the call was 7 in California time, so he completely misread the time. So I'm hoping that he comes on the call. If he does not come on the call, we're going to reschedule with him because this is a very, 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 very important part of our business. Now, I'm laying the foundation for you guys here because I want you all to understand what we are building. We have been over the last year building an ecosystem, and when we say ecosystem, an economical system in the fintech space. The name of the system is called Grexen, Grxen. We have an independent token already that's very much public in terms of if you purchase the tokens, you can download the MetaMask wallet, the Trust wallet, the Exodus wallet, whatever wallet that holds Polygon, the blockchain, because the token is built on the Polygon blockchain. We have built the token and we are building verticals around the token. Because what we are building, ladies and gentlemen, is an economical system to function, and we are staying completely away from speculation. So, if you are in the crypto space, I want you to understand this is nothing to do with speculation. This has nothing to do with buy low, sell high. This has nothing to do with that. We are building something real. We are building something that the market absolutely needs. Okay, so when we started this a year ago, the concept and the idea was to create something that makes sense, to create something that can have longevity attached to it. We did not want to build a platform for 6 months or 1 year. We see too many of those types of platforms come and go. If you're with me, type me a 555 in the chat because we have seen these things over the years. Some of us have been scammed, some of us lost money, some of us lost material things, some of us lost family members, we've lost credibility. A lot of things have gone wrong in the fintech space over, I would say, for me being around for over the last 10 years. I've been in this space. I've seen it in many different ways. So the truth is, we started this project, this concept, with the idea of bringing something that can be sustainable in the marketplace. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I am originally from Trinidad and Tobago, so I live in the Caribbean and I live with the issues of Caribbean banking, the issues of restrictions and the issues of not being able to have enough currency to do X, Y, or Z, or the inability to do business. And if you're on the call with me and you're a merchant, you know the issues you have as a merchant. Okay, there are a lot of issues as a merchant that you have when it comes to cross-border interaction, banking, and the issues that we face with crypto, as a matter of fact. I remember when we started the crypto movement 10 years ago, not even the banks knew what crypto was. And even today, 10 years later, there are several banks not interacting in the fintech space. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we have decided to do is to build an ecosystem that works, an ecosystem that brings value, an ecosystem that people can benefit from. Okay. And if you like the sound of that, please type me a 111 in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. And this call, I'm just laying the foundation for you guys because I want you to understand we are not here for a free ride. We are not here to guarantee anyone riches. We are not here to speed off with your money. We are not here to create a hype around our name and then buy a jet ski or buy some Kawasaki bike. So we are not here for that, ladies and gentlemen. We are definitely here to empower people via the fintech space. And I want to stick a pin with fintech because there's a lot of people don't understand what's happening in the fintech space. Firstly, when I say fintech, I mean financial technology. There's a lot of people don't understand what's going on in the financial technology space. And for us, that is a problem. We need to educate more people so that they really understand the ups and downs, the ins and outs of fintech, of what financial technology is, what opportunities are there in the fintech space. And the truth is, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of opportunities that missed us in the last decade because of our lack of understanding. If you with me, ladies and gentlemen, just say yes in the chat. Because we were so illiterate, and many of us are still illiterate from a financial fintech space, from the fintech perspective, very illiterate. So when we are illiterate, we don't touch things. We are scared. We put a lot of limitations on ourselves because of a lack of knowledge and education on a specific topic. So what we do, or what we have been doing within our community, is providing a lot of education, ladies and gentlemen. As a matter of fact, tomorrow evening we do another installment of the GRXCN Academy. Okay, we haven't done that in the last month and a half. I think we did not do the Grexon Academy in a month and a half. No, but we're going to start back on tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do a Grexon Academy session, and that session is specifically on financial empowerment. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, this is what we really going to do tonight is start the official pre-launch of Grander Pay. Now, Grander Pay, ladies and gentlemen, is the most exciting part of our business. This is the aspect of our business we are most proud of. This is me, and I know Mr. Gideon Granger feels the same way. And several members of our community are very, very excited about this rollout in terms of Grander Pay and what Grander Pay brings to the table. We're going to talk about that in depth. And I'm going to ask now Mr. Gideon Granger, my co-founder, who is in Nairobi, Kenya, to open his mic, open his camera if he desires to, and speak with you for a moment. What I am going to do is try to reconnect with Mr. David Allen, who is the gentleman who is our special guest tonight, to ensure that he gets on the call because he's having a major challenge with the time. And these guys are bankers. They are very, very busy. It's very rare that we get them on a call. And I really hope he can come on tonight. So, Mr. Granger, I'm going to ask you to take the call for a couple minutes, and I will just try to get in touch with David to see if I can get him on the call right now. Mr. Granger, if you are able to, I'm going to ask you now to unmute your mic and take the call to the next level. The call is now yours, sir. Let me find your mic and get you in the zone. All right. I'm unmuting you right now. Okay, the call is yours, sir.
Good night, everyone.
All right, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, when you called my name, I just left and I went to get one of those shades for my eyes because I just woke up. You know the hour. It's like 2:10 for the persons from the eastern side of Africa. I saw persons like from Uganda on the call. You know, it's 2:10 in the morning. So by the time this call is over, it's going to be like 3 to after 3, 4 in the morning for us. You know, it's very hard to come at that time on a call, especially when you're sleeping and stuff. But we do what we have to do to take advantage of the opportunities that are before us in the world today. And as I say opportunity, there are a lot of technologies that are emerging. And as I always said, presently the world is overwhelmed. Persons are overwhelmed as to the amount of technologies that are bombarding them. And before they can understand one level of technology, you have another technology coming upon them. Okay. And sometimes they feel not just overwhelmed, but they feel a sense of loss that they are losing out in the space of earning or taking advantage of the opportunity, especially when they look and they see so much of young persons. It seems like this is the time for uh, things have changed where persons who are still in school are becoming millionaires, are becoming thousandaires. They're making thousands a month, hundreds of thousands, sorry, a month. I just had the opportunity, well, presently, most of us in the Caribbean, even in Africa, uh, we had the opportunity to see a young guy. The guy is just 21 years of age, right? And he has been touring the world because he is now a multi-millionaire. I think the last time I checked, his net worth was about 30 million dollars, right? And he did this before he was even 20 years old. Okay. Presently, he's not so much on the money. I mean, everything is about money, but he's more so on building his community. He's building his community. You see, he has this gadget on his hand. And for those of you all who don't know who I'm speaking about, the name of that guy is iShowSpeed. I know everyone in the Caribbean now knows who's iShowSpeed because presently he's completing his Caribbean tour. I think he was in the last island, I think it was Bahamas. Okay. And he's so focused. I mean, every single thing that he does is about his community, his community, his community. And he's always checking the numbers because he's on a trajectory to reach to over 100 million subscribers. Okay. And you all know me. I always talk about the community because the community to us is the most valuable asset that a company can have. A company, whether it be a supermarket, it be an online business, without customers, you are nothing. Okay. And what we have decided to do to build this community is to tap into the new and emerging technologies that are making a serious impact on the world, opportunities that are enabling persons to stay right at home, stay on their computer. You don't need to be like iShowSpeed and be live streaming and have persons see your face. And you have to get all these technical teams to do all your work for you, camera, lighting, setting scripts for you and editing and all those stuff. You can stay in the comfort of your home, tap into these technologies in a simplified manner, whether you have skills or not, and you can profit from them. If that is something you want to do, let me get a 777 in the chat because we are creating a space where persons can not only participate in the products, but also help us build the community and profit from that. Okay? So some of the things that we have, besides our token, we have our gaming platform, and everything is in beta. Everything that we are doing right now is still in beta. We have not launched official as yet. We have our gaming platform. Okay, we have our banking that we are preparing to launch GranderPay, right? We have Gregson Gaming, and we also have our merchant shop Gregson, especially designed for merchants. And we also have working on presently our AI solution. It's a platform. I know a lot of persons have been asking us when are we going to tap into the AI space. Well, presently we are working to bring an AI one-stop shop that is so advanced. You don't need to go learn other skills to use this platform. Presently, all platforms, to really maximize the benefits of the platforms, you have to go and learn how to use Canva. You have to go and learn how to do short form videos. You have to do so many things. But what if you have a platform that you don't even know what you want to tap into, whether it's uh, um, doing YouTube videos or opening an agency or providing SaaS services, software as a service to companies. You don't know where to go, right? And here is where the confusion and the overwhelmness steps into place, where you think that this is too much for you to handle. So what you do, you just use these products, Claude, ChatGPT, DeepSeek. You use them like if they are still Google. Okay, you just go, you do a search. You search for your favorite restaurant, or instead of using Google search again, you just type whatever you want inside of those GPTs and you or LLMs, and you try to gain further, more in-depth, precise information in a faster time. But you're not benefiting, you're not making any money. If there is anyone in this space right now who's making money from these chatbots, let me get a number one in the chat. If you're making money, right? It doesn't matter how much. If you're making money right now from these platforms, give me a one. And if you are using the platform, give me a two. Let me see the numbers. Those who are making money, give me a one. And if you are using the platform, give me a two. Because a lot of persons are in this space today and they keep asking and they want to catch up on these technologies, but they are not able to really profit from it. So after a while, this is just the next commodity that your next tool that you use online, and again, you get that fear of losing out. And for the businessmen, and here is where we're going to take the advantage for the business community, the merchants. All right, there's a FOMO right now. There's a FOMO that they are experiencing, whereby they know they have to get their business online, because persons are using these platforms to search, do a focused search for where your company is, what's the best restaurant, what's the best, who's the best mechanic in my area. Okay, so if your business now is not on what's it was optimized, if your business is not optimized for an AI search, you are being left out. Already, some of these companies don't even have a website. Okay, so you're already off radar for thousands, millions of persons who are searching every day for businesses. Now you have these AI platforms now where persons are getting more direct information instead of having to go through all these pages that a Google search will provide. Now you are focused in getting the information in seconds, but if your business has not been optimized for an AI search, you are totally left out of that space. So the question is, how do you optimize your business for an AI search? And this is the type of technology that we are tapping into right now, because the opportunities have been leveled out. The playing field has been leveled out. Those who missed out, like myself, who saw the internet come, most of us here saw that transition from using a map, a tangible map to find places, or going in the yellow pages, to just going online and finding your companies and seeing their company and stuff. We missed out in terms of taking advantage to get these companies online, because some of us didn't even have the skills to transfer, have that transfer of knowledge to provide the technical skills to modify and make a website. Most of us still don't even know how to make a website. But ladies and gentlemen, the playing field has been leveled, because all these platforms that we are interacting with, I think ChatGPT is going to be one of the first that is going to be providing space on their website. So presently you go onto that website and it's just the tools bar and the search bar, and you tap into that search bar and you do whatever you need to do. But all the empty space on that website is going to be modified now as virtual real estate for advertisers, for companies to advertise their companies. Okay, now the thing is, they are saying that you don't need a landing page, you don't need to learn how to build a website, you don't need You know, all those skills that you needed before, you don't need that because of how these platforms are designed. You don't need all these skills. So now here comes the opportunity where us who are unskilled now can get the knowledge and the new skills, how little it is, to participate and get these companies get these companies optimized for an AI search. Because even the persons who before used to provide the service, they have to go through that learning curve to get the necessary information and skills to get these companies there. And the nice thing is, we have the very same AI agents providing the skills and knowledge that we need to help us to participate and profit from this emerging market. Okay, so these are one of the areas we are tapping into so that we can provide a service for all these. I mean, every single established brick and mortar merchant needs to be on this optimization for that search. And then we have individuals who now, because of the internet, have taken their business online and they have their single product or their services or the digital products. And with Instagram, TikTok, and all these Facebook ads and stuff like that, they are now able to advertise. What if you have an agency that you can do and provide the same service for these customers? Okay, that will be very good. And we are providing that space so that you can do that alongside with all our different verticals that we have here so that you can profit. And as I said, IShowSpeed focus, that young guy is on his community, his well, I have to use the word community because they are not so much his customers, because in today's space, once you have a big enough community, a following, right? Everything is about following now. Follow me. Now you create value, because the real value is in influencing persons to follow you, because now you attract these companies who want to advertise. As a young person, I always wanted to know how do newspapers profit? That used to baffle me. A newspaper with all these pages, all this information that you're getting, and they sell this newspaper for 50 cents, $1, 150. That used to baffle me. And then I see a big publishing house or media house, you know, and it's only when I realized that the newspaper, that company, they are interested in getting the information into as much person's hands to have them locked into that newspaper, so that whether it's entertainment, whether it's information, whether it's whatever they're going to that newspaper for, they provide the information so that they can attract the customers, build up a community so that they can attract business people. Now they are always talking about the numbers, the numbers. We have a reading and a viewership of X amount of millions of persons. The reason why they give that statistics is because they want to encourage businesses to come and place those tiny blocks. You see those blocks, those spaces, the whole page, a half a page, a quarter page, a 1 inch. All those things are real estate to the provider. And we too, just like IShowSpeed, just like these media houses, we too realize the value, the true value is in the community. So when we build a big enough community, we are now able to provide these services, these digital services, and also give the community. The difference with us is that we give our community the ability to tap into our services, share with a friend and a family if they choose to, and they are able to profit and create for themselves a residual income. Okay? And if that is something you may be interested in, let's give me a number one inside of the chat, because this is where true value comes to persons today. You no longer need to know everything and tap into everything to benefit financially. Now you have the opportunity to utilize a service or a product, especially products that are growing in value, and at the same time have the ability to share with friends and family in your casual time. If you decide to, it's a choice. You don't have to. Okay, you don't have to, and you are able to profit from that. So today we have our call because our main product is the banking platform, and we have Mr. Stephen, who is the head of the IT team that is providing this service for our company, and he's able to give all the information to tap into a space that we believe will bring a lot of value to persons, especially with all these banking lockdowns that are happening right now. Right now, there's a serious banking lockdown that is happening in Europe. I know it happened in the Asian, one or two of the Asian countries. I think Vietnam, Malaysia, some of those places have been experiencing serious lockdowns. The first major lockdown we experienced was some years ago with Greece, where persons actually lost all of their savings that they had in the bank. Okay, and the same thing is happening again in the banking space, especially when a lot of these banks are now going into neo banking, which is the field that we are tapping into presently. Neo hybrid banking. It's a different type of banking, and most of the top banks in the world are going in that way. They realize that they missed out on that opportunity with Bitcoins, right? So now they are providing special access to a new clientele, a new growing clientele, which is made up of persons who do business in the online space, whether they are buying or providing encrypted assets, right? NFTs, cryptos, tokens, right? And also persons who are into the online trading, they realize that there's a big market and there's a big demand now for a commodity that they thought was nothing. All right. They were into the tangible fiat currency, which they create out of thin air, by the way. And now they are seeing that the community around cryptocurrency is growing so much that they need to tap into. So because they missed out, now what they are doing is buying up most of the cryptocurrencies on the market so that they now can have control of these cryptocurrencies. So presently, the market is sort of down, and persons really don't understand what's happening in the space. But these companies like JP Morgan, BlackRock, they are buying up all the cryptocurrencies possible. And if you watch into what's going on in the space of fintech, you're hearing about the Genius Act. What's this other one there? I can't remember the name, but all these different parameters in terms of the policies that are being made around the fintech industry is creating a very, very big impact on the way your life is going to be shaped financially in the future. Everything is going to be tokenized. Every single thing that we know on planet Earth is going to be tokenized or locked into a token. Okay? So now is the time that you should do your investigation, because even your tithes and offerings are going to be tokenized. Okay? So we have decided to tap into all those spaces so that we can provide services for our community. Okay, Mr. Anderson Chester, I don't know if you are ready right now. If Mr. Stephen is ready for the call, please let me know, because I know our time is limited on these platforms.
Right.
So let me know where we are right now, because you know me, I can go on and on and on.
Definitely, man. I appreciate
Yeah.
you, and
So I hand back to you so that we can manage the time that we have on this call. I see we have our numbers are very high as
absolutely,
usual.
sir.
So
Thank you
I
so
hand over
much.
to you, sir.
Thank you so much for your contribution, man. We appreciate you highly, and of course, you always bring value in a unique way. In terms of, I think when people really listen to what you're saying, they would hear the heart of the founder of the company in terms of where we want to go, what we want to do. Now, persons really came onto this call to hear about GrandaPay, and ladies and gentlemen, we are very, very much excited about this aspect of our company. We are excited about this aspect of the ecosystem, because this is where this is going to impact every one of you on this call. I believe, ladies and gentlemen, with this, we literally changed the game with regards to this. No, the truth is, I don't want to give you information half-hearted. We actually want to give you the full information. That's why we invited Mr. David. I hear Gideon is saying Stephen, but it's David. I know you're mixing up the names, but David, Mr. David Allen, we invited him. Unfortunately, he's unable to be here because he mixed up the time clearly. He thought it was 7 p.m. He's in California, so he's mixed up with regards to the time. But I'm going to just share with you, ladies and gentlemen, who's on the call, what is happening here right now, because we are in pre-launch mode. And this is why this call was intended to be a pre-launch conversation with him, actually being endorsing exactly what we are doing, because we are excited for what's happening. But we are really, really bringing this seamless situation into reality from the perspective of traditional banking and the fintech. We are merging it in one space, and that space is called GrandaPay, giving you total control with simplicity, with ease, with less friction, and of course the ability for you to be more flexible in terms of having more reach, ladies and gentlemen. And this is very important for us within our ecosystem, because a lot of times people speak about tokens, they speak about coins, they speak about having X, Y, or Z, but they don't have everything in one place. They do not. And that's the challenge we face in the industry. And for the first time, I'm excited because we have all together, ladies and gentlemen. We literally have everything under one roof. So when you hear GrandaPay, what GrandaPay is, ladies and gentlemen, GrandaPay is an opportunity where you can participate personally. This is not you and GrandaPay. You as an individual, as an independent, can open your independent bank account with top tier 1 and top tier 2. So tier 1 and tier 2 banks, that's who we interact with. So if you are in the US, you would open a bank account with Bank of America or JP Morgan, ladies and gentlemen. This is who we interact with. If you're in Canada, Bank of Montreal, these are the levels that we interact with, and you have the opportunity to have an independent bank account with these persons. Okay, this is what we're going to bring to the table via GrandaPay. So if you are in Trinidad and Tobago and you have the issue, which we have in Trinidad and Tobago, of limitations when it comes to foreign exchange and the inability to transfer value from one point to the next because of the limitations on your bank account, you will have that problem solved right away via GrandaPay. Ladies and gentlemen, we are bringing to you a registered official OTC, which is very, very important in the crypto space, where we give you the opportunity to buy, sell your crypto. As a matter of fact, if you sell crypto on our platform, you can move that money directly to your bank. Directly to your bank. I'm going to say it one more time. You sell crypto on our OTC, you can move the fiat directly to your bank account. When the money is in your bank account, you can Swift it anywhere in the world. You can, via Swift, you can do anything you want with a regular bank account, with the bank account that we are giving you access to. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are not touching your money. I'm excited about this because this is not a scam. This is not a made-up story. This is a real company partnering with a real company. That is why we really would have liked Mr. Allen to be on the call. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to reschedule a call and we're gonna get him in. When we get him, you're gonna have total access to ask him 1,000 questions if you have to. Now, the truth is, this is very important for us because this is where we change the game completely. When you speak about GRXEN, those of you who own the GRXEN token, the token will be on the OTC as well. So you can sell the token, buy the token, you can do whatever you want with the token on this platform and send the fiat currency to your destination, wherever you would like to send the fiat currency to from the OTC sale. Ladies and gentlemen, this is exciting. Now, last but not least, in terms of the products we have, is the MasterCard. We've been talking about this for a year now. And we are excited because now the time has come for it to be here. This is no longer old talk. This is no longer ideas or concepts in the mind. This is no longer we wondering when it's going to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be here at the end of June. At the end of June, this product is going to be available for every one of you. Okay? You will have the opportunity now with a MasterCard, a GrandaPay MasterCard. You can move funds from your bank account onto the MasterCard, from the OTC onto the MasterCard. You can buy or sell crypto and you can move the money around, place it on the MasterCard, and do whatever you can do or would like to do, which is online transactions, online payments, over-the-counter payments, point of sales, ATM, withdrawals and stuff like that. All that you can do with a MasterCard, that is what you're going to be able to do on our platform. You will not have to leave the platform. This is phenomenal, guys. This is for me the sweetest spot in terms of the ecosystem. That's why I'm glad we can have the one-on-one conversation. Mr. Granger is talking about AI and stuff that we're going to bring to the table to add even more value to our community. He spoke about the gaming in terms of, I know a lot of people are very inspired about gaming, but we are not a gaming company. We are not an AI company, ladies and gentlemen. We set this up originally. The intent was to build a traditional finance and fintech, merge that and seamlessly give people the opportunity to do business whenever they would like to in a space that is growing, in a space that people are really very little knowledgeable about. They have very little knowledge. They are very miseducated. And the truth is, because of the lack of education, I started speaking about that at the beginning. People, it's written in the Bible, for a lack of knowledge, the people perish. The truth is, a lot of people, they're not taking the time to understand. This is why I'm saying to you, what we have here, ladies and gentlemen, it is not something to hide. It is something to speak about. It is something to educate, inform. If you are a business owner on this call, if you are a merchant on this call, this product is for you. There's no way under the sun as a merchant you should leave this call and say, I heard about that before, I'm not inspired. You're going to be doing yourself a disservice, because this is going to add a tremendous amount of value to your business, Mr. Merchant or Mrs. Merchant. I'm excited for you guys, and I'm really, really apologizing to you for the fact that Mr. David mixed up his time. We always try to book it. Since last week, we had a conversation. I really thought he locked in with regards to the time, because these guys are seriously busy men. They really work with with tight schedules, man. So I really thought he had everything locked in. When I spoke with him an hour ago, he said, "Oh my God, goodness, Chester, XYZ is happening with me," and at this point in time, so I really went on while Mr. Granger was talking to get in touch with him. But the truth is, guys, I want him to speak with you guys. We're going to speak about the fees associated with transactions. We're going to speak about the foreign exchange aspects of everything. We're going to speak about the OTC. You will find out about PayPal, because there's a lot going on the platform that he will have the opportunity to share with you. And when we officially start distributing the cards, ladies and gentlemen, some of you are going to be the first people to have them. And let me say to you right now, guys, our website is officially open. If you go to granderpay.io, granderpay.io, you're going to read the information. You can create your account. You're going to read everything in terms of what we are bringing to the marketplace. Guys, I'm not telling you this from the perspective of a vision that we have. Last year, we were talking about it as a vision. Mr. Granger and I and a couple of you were talking about it as a vision. Right now, I'm speaking about it as something coming to pass, something that's going to be effected come the end of June 2026, something that is very, very important for us within the community, because the community that is growing right now, the value of everything that we are doing is based on Grander Pay coming to the market. So, guys, I'm excited. I want to thank you for being on the call. I know several of you took time out of your busy schedules from doing different things just to be here today. We don't take that for granted. Please stay in touch with the person who invited you, because when Mr. David is available, Mr. Allen is available, you will be blown away by the information that you hear. I'm seeing someone asking a question. I didn't read the question. Let me see if I catch the question before we jump off. I just saw he's a 22-year-old, but I'm not sure if he sent it to me privately or he sent it to the group. But you know what? I'm going to catch up on that later, maybe. But the truth is, we know that you guys are going to feel the value from what we are bringing to the marketplace. There's too much talk in the market. Too much talk. And I'm fed up. I'm sick and tired of the talk. There's too much people feel they know, and everyone wants to bring this and wants to bring that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not talking. We are doing the work. That's what I like. When someone when someone says they're going to do X, Y, or Z, I don't really say, okay, yeah, I'm excited for you. I look and watch, I observe. And when they get it done, then I say, yes, excellent. That's what we are doing, ladies and gentlemen. We are bringing something that the world needs to the marketplace. So Anderson Chester is my name, for those of you who don't know me, co-founder of Grander Tech Global. You just heard from Mr. Gideon Granger, the next co-founder, who is in Nairobi, Kenya right now. We are very much excited because we know what we have been through. We know what we intend to bring to the table. We know the solutions that's coming, because we know the problems in the market. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited that you took the time to be here. So, Mr. King James, if you're on the call, thank you so much for being here. You always add value on these calls that we do weekly. Every day you are doing this presentation, speaking to people, sharing. And guys, the idea behind everything that we do is education. We want people to be educated and inspired via what we bring to the table, but not educated from a perspective of not being able to make money, but we want to educate persons and give them that option as well to make money. So tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we meet for our Gregson Academy. That's when we do another session. This session is going to be really beautiful. The information that is already ready, the module that is ready to be trained on, is a beautiful module. I know you guys are going to be fired up after that module, but more so, ladies and gentlemen, this is the time. This is the season to grow. Please, ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you. People are talking a lot about this virus and this, that. It's a very important time, ladies and gentlemen, to keep your mind focused on where you are heading, where you want to go, because the opportunities is so real. We have so much opportunities as a people, but we sometimes shoot ourselves in the head because of our way of thinking, the mentality, ladies and gentlemen. So I think I've said enough on this call for today. I want to encourage you to be on the lookout for the next call, because the next time we meet outside of Gregson Academy call and the presentations we have for Grander Pay specifically, will be a call where we have Mr. David Allen. He himself is going to be on the call. And I want you guys to really understand what we have in a significant way. So thank you so much for being here. Again, much blessings to you and your entire family. Have a great night. God bless.